One of the things that I noticed and I learn from others, and as I say to a lot of people, you can learn there's two ways to learn, the easy way or the hard way. So you can learn by your mistakes or learn by someone else's mistakes, and I think it's beneficial to learn from other people's mistakes. And what I noticed with a lot of companies, funds, is they would look at the value of that particular fund, whether an industrial fund or a retail fund or an office fund, and they'd gauge its success by the value of that fund. What we do at Sentinel every Monday morning is look at each individual property. So we go through every one of our assets, one at a time. We first start at 8 o'clock Monday morning. We go through the leasing in each property, and then after that's finished, we then go through a property meeting, looking at the assets, what work needs to be done, any repairs and maintenance, any issues with planning, any issues with tenants. I've found if you look at each property individually and each tenant, then you don't have to worry about looking at the overall fund. If each property is performing well, the fund's going to be performing well. The problem with a lot of fund managers, they may have 3 or 4 large assets or whatever the number is that are performing well and a few not doing too well, but overall it's fantastic. Well, if something goes wrong with one of those larger ones, the whole thing collapses because they weren't keeping an eye on the smaller assets. So we find it necessary and imperative that you should manage each property individually and just not manage it as a single fund. When we're at Monday morning meeting, we have a boardroom here that seats about 25, 30 people. We have another adjoining boardroom. We'll have all the relevant people in. So we'll have the leasing people, the finance people, the repairs and maintenance, the facilities people. Everyone is in the room, so we can make a decision on the spot. We don't have to send something off to another consultant and wait for a report. So it's imperative that decisions are made quickly, and all decisions, doesn't matter who it is, they're not all made correctly. But if you make the wrong decision, don't be frightened to change it immediately and move on. Nothing worse than waiting months for a decision that could have been made on the same day.